I mean, you got to love a Beastie Boys reference 30 years afterwards, right? We'll get to the mayor in a second. There's Pat Mahomes. There's Joe Osai. That is obviously the final key play in a game that was not all that well officiated. Neither game was. But that's a call you got to make. And you could complain all you want in Cincinnati about it. Patrick Mahomes is 5 yards out of bounds. And I know Osai doesn't mean him any harm because he's running full speed also. But when your quarterback's 30 yards out of bounds, you cannot push him down. Yeah. And what do you want the refs to do? Not make that call? Yeah, of course. You make that call all day, every day.
You are something else.
Huh?
He was 130 feet out of bounds.
Yards out of bounds.
Here's the thing.
With a finger and Patty flopped, he flopped, and everybody goes 50 more yards out of bounds.
Watch it again.
It is
Patrick
the right
Mahomes.
call.
Thank you. That's all I need to hear from you, James Jones.
This call the same all season long. This is probably one of the only ones they've called the same all season long. They did get it right, but they missed a lot of other ones in the game, but they got this one right.
Well, you can argue that there was a holding call not called on that very same play.
Come on, man.
You could argue that there was a block in the back on the more kickoff return.
Two third and down opportunities for Patty Mahomes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of stuff.
Listen, you can complain all you want about the refs. The refs are not the reason Cincinnati lost this game. Patrick Mahomes is the reason you lost this game. Because think about this. While we're talking about Philadelphia, how San Francisco didn't have a quarterback, and obviously you cannot win without a quarterback. You know, Juju Smith-Schuster got hurt, right? Nicole Hardman got hurt. Kadarius Toney got hurt.
Ugly.
You were playing with backup players at best, and yet he still threw for over 320 yards and a couple tutties and led them on the drive to win the game. It's one of the reasons he is the great quarterback of his generation. Now, regarding the play out of bounds that Osai gets a flag down, okay? We can complain all day and night about it. Yeah. And I know that's what they're going to do in Cincinnati. As we're watching, obviously, some of the great highlights here that I'm alluding to regarding Patrick Mahomes and the touchdown right there to Scanlon. The thing that gets me the most, that I'm bothered by, is this new, I don't know if it's a woke thing, I don't know what it is exactly, where now it's like, oh, you don't make that call in that situation. Oh. To me, it's a penalty or it's not a penalty. Yeah. Like the notion of, oh, you can't call, hit out of bounds there because there's only 10 to 8 seconds left in the game. That's exactly when you call it because it happened. Yeah. And if that's a penalty in the first quarter, it's a penalty in the fourth quarter. Am I right?
It is a tough game. Yes, a penalty is a penalty. And like we always say as players, it's a penalty every play. An offensive lineman holding every play. A defensive back is holding every play. A wide receiver's pushing off every play. There's a penalty every play that's not called. At the end of the day, the Chiefs won the game. At the end of the day, the Bengals had 2 opportunities to go win the game on offense with the ball in JoJo Burrow's hands, and the Chiefs made a stop on defense twice.
Yeah, and the key play there, I don't know if you guys want to show it or not, 3rd and 8, since he's got the ball, and you kind of had that feeling, like I did, where they're going to go down and kick a field goal and win the game.
No doubt about it.
And then a guy who had never had a postseason sack, who's one of the stud defensive linemen in the league, Chris Jones, came up with a huge one to force them to punt. All right, and I want to talk about that for a second because this kills me. This happened to the Jets in the Jet-Patriot game earlier this year. Okay. All right, there's Kansas City has 1 timeout left. Yeah. All right, the clock is obviously winding down, so the clock's not in their favor. You are now forced to punt from about your own 30. Yeah. Why do you give them a chance to return it, right? Tell your kicker, kick it as far as you can and angle it out of bounds. The ball going out of bounds can't hurt you. And he kicks a line drive kick, and a dude who was maligned earlier this year with a couple of muffs comes back with the return of his life. Like, why are we giving him a chance in the middle of the field to return that kick, which he does, to about midfield? Well, it was mind-boggling to me.
Number one, he didn't put any fear in him, right? You like, man, our special team's been going down there covering punts all game long. He didn't put no fear into him. And sometimes your ego gets in the way. I played against Devin Heshner with the Chicago Bears forever. I wasn't on the punt team, but I sit in the special teams meeting, and they still like, we going to kick it to him. We going to go get him. Why?
Devin Hester, the greatest punt returner of all time.
Why are we going to kick it to him? Even if we tackle him a couple times in the game and he don't return, why are we kicking to the man?
Right.
But, hey, you prepare for that. Your coaches get you ready for that. And they say, hey, man, as coaches, my pride in here, too, we're going to go stop him. All right, he gone now. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, they could have did that. But Sky Moore didn't put no fear in him.
I know, but still, you got to play the situation. They've only got one timeout. If you can kick the ball inside their 30 out of bounds now, and there's only, 35, 40 seconds left, like, you got to be smart. And they were not smart.
Their situation was, we're going to kick it as far as we can. We don't care where it goes. We're going to go tackle him inside this 20.
Yeah, that was it. And by the way, if you guys show it again, it was dead center.
Yeah,
and it was a bit of a line drive. It was like, hey, we're going to give you the best chance possible to return a kick to give you a chance to beat us. And that's exactly what the kid did.
Hey,
and for a kid that got benched earlier this year, you got to feel good for that kid right there.
You know, but kudos to the Chiefs. They blocked it well. You see them blocking. They blocked it well. You know, he got outside. You know, you just let him outside. Boom. Then the next play, they broke 15 tackles. I mean, hey, that's what win games, man. In the last 5 minutes of the game, Cincinnati played as bad as they possibly can play.
There you go. If you are looking for other people to blame, there's a guy that's now front and center, and that is the mayor of Cincinnati. It's what you heard Travis Kelce alluding to there. I think can you say that word on TV? I'm asking upstairs. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm pretty sure you can say it. Can you say it, Zach or Alex? It rhymes with kabloni.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
you can say that word.
I'm just asking.
You could absolutely say
where I come from, you call somebody a jabroni, you get punched right in the mouth.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm not punching Travis Kelce in the mouth. He can say whatever he wants. I just want to make sure that we're allowed to say jabroni.
Yeah.
I guess it's cable, it's Fox. I guess we're allowed to, right?
Don't be a jabroni.
What
say
a
it.
Jabroni. Anyway, the mayor of Cincinnati. A couple days ago, I love when non-sports fans, particularly politicians, try to act like they like sports and they're totally into, the local team. And it's so obvious when they have no idea what they're talking about. Kind of like New York's mayor, Eric Adams, who, when the Giants were playing Philadelphia a couple weeks ago, wagered a vegetarian cheesecake.
The worst.
What?
What are you doing?
Well, the mayor of Cincinnati embarrassed himself because, like most people in Cincinnati, he's a clown. He actually wrote an official proclamation saying that Joe Burrow needs to take a paternity test to prove that he's Mahomes' daddy. Like it's a Jerry Springer show. What?
He thought about that for a couple weeks, man. Too long. He said, when I let the people hear this, they are going to die laughing.
So here's how that goes. A bunch of nerds are in a room together. Frankly, they resemble our staff upstairs. And they're like, except for Ethan. Oh, he's not here. Okay. No. And here's what they go. I've got a good one, Billy. Okay, what is yours, Stevie?
This one right here.
Yeah, here. Look at this one. I'm going to make a paternity joke here. Then over here, I'm going to talk about how it's our destiny over here. Then what I'm going to do over here, I'm going to write whereas, because that sounds really official. And I'm going to say the name of the building is no longer Arrowhead, it's Burrowhead. And then 5 other geeks are like, great idea, Billy.
Why is it that politicians always try to do this and it's always awful? Like, for instance, he just went up there and said, don't run your mouth, jabroni. Fight for your right to party. Quoted Beastie Boys and got the crowd going better than that.
Because when you win and you quote the Beastie Boys, 80,000 drunkards love it.
Yeah, Beastie
That's
Boys are
why.
awesome.
Now, what do you guys want me to do next?
I'll
go to break. And I was just getting started here. Fine. See, you guys kill all the momentum of good content.
Terrible.
Go to break. Hey there, thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.